enjoying those simple jobs that were so impactful. And again, it all came full circle. Like, why was I so intrigued in those jobs? Because I knew that I would need it, when I got older. And so I graduated college in 2019, and I joined Teach for America. Teach for America is an organization that believes like educational equity should be in all schools across the world. And so they place you in Title I communities. So underserved communities is where they place all of their teachers to serve at. And so that's how I actually got placed at Movement School, was through Teach for America, which I was a member of. And so I taught fourth grade reading and taught fifth grade science. And my last year as a teacher, I had the highest test scores across my grade level. So that was kind of like unheard of because, I was a second year teacher. Most times, getting that level of achievement, you're in the field for a couple years. And I was the youngest teacher like on my team. So, my principal was like, oh, wow, like, we got to hone in on this. The next year, I was going to go back and teach reading again. And my former principal, Lauren Jackson, she was founding the middle school, which is where I'm the principal at now. She was a founding principal at the middle school. And she said, I got to find somebody who can be my instructional coach. Instructional coaches are like people who actually like coach the teachers in the classroom. So that job is like, it consists of like going into the room, doing observations, like doing some like real time in the moment coaching. And the purpose is like to partner with teachers so that they're better for children. And so most times people get that job when they like perform well in the classroom first, so that they can like transcend, those skills to additional teachers. So at the end of last year, all of my teachers who I coached achieved double-digit growth on the integrated assessments across our state. So now I'm like, okay, they're like, okay, the dude had the highest test scores his last year of a teacher across his grade. The next year, all the teachers who he coached had double-digit growth on the integrated assessments. We got to figure something out. And so my former principal, who was also my mentor, who also coached me very well, she transitioned back to the elementary school because the principal there received another role within our network. So they had to fill like 2 principal roles now. And so they were like, who's going to take over the middle school? And my superintendent, my CEO, my former principal, they were all like, it's none other than Kenneth. I mean, he scored well. He's there for our children. Our parents, our families love him. He's able to lead people. And why not? And so they called me into a room like, hey, you're who we're thinking about. You still got to go through the interview process. The interview was a very long process. But after the interview concluded, they called me like, yeah, like you're who we want. So fast forward now, that's where I am.
Damn, that's amazing. So you earned that job. You earned that job. That wasn't given to you at all. You proved to them.
It wasn't given to me. That was earned.
Oh, wait. So let me ask you this. Yep. Helping these teachers improve their scores, like what was kind of your method? What did you hone in on that maybe they were missing?
The first thing, a lot of our teachers are very analytical people. They are very, very, very hard on themselves, very self-aware. And they're also like very big perfectionists. So a lot of times teachers feel like, even if they're actually doing a fine job, they feel like what they're doing is not being effective. And they also don't feel like sometimes they have people in their corner to not just tell them what to do, but to partner with them. So for me, like, it was not just, like I'm coming in as your superior, like I'm coming in to help you and coach you. It was truly a partnership. So, like I'm in the classrooms with them, like every day, like co-teaching with them. Like I'm actually in the rooms meeting with them after school, like, and beyond just the instructional techniques. But let me learn who you are as an individual. If I learn you as an individual, I can learn more like, how do you learn? How do you receive praise? Like, how do you receive direction? How do you receive feedback? And so a lot of times teachers just need to feel championed. They need to feel like they are believed in, because teachers get a lot of rap this time in our society for just all the things. And so a lot of times teachers just want to feel like somebody got me like the way I have our children. Yeah. And so for me, I'm very big on like not overloading. Like you can do this, and this. I find like one thing first. We master that thing first, and then we move to the next action step. So it becomes like a trickle down effect where like you see like truly your progress as you master step 1, you master step 2, and now you're down. We're in January, February, you got like 8 action steps down. Back your classroom is totally different. So that's really like what I do when I was coaching last year.
Damn. Okay, so that makes sense because I understand that. Just being in urban communities my whole life. Yeah. Most of my teachers weren't Black. Like I probably had a couple my whole life, you know what I mean? But just in general, speaking about teachers, it's weird. They're not treated. They're important in as well as like a lawyer or a doctor and all this, but they're actually on the same level. We leave our children with these people for 8 hours a day and they don't get paid enough. The red carpet should be rolled out for teachers. People should be like, I'm gonna be a teacher.
Absolutely.
You see how they get treated? You see what I'm saying? That society got it messed up. So you took the human approach.
I did.
There we go, bro.
Yeah, I did. I mean, people don't realize like every successful person from like, you know, you talked about like rappers, right? Singers, entertainers, doctors, lawyers was taught by a teacher. So people don't truly understand like the true emphasis, the amount of magnitude the teachers have to people in general, because everybody came from a teacher. Everyone was sat in front of a teacher at some point, whether it was homeschool, private school, public school, charter school. Everybody was taught by a teacher. So like my heart is so big for teachers because we truly have such a unique luxury of an opportunity because everybody is taught by a teacher.
Yep. And everybody needs one. And we need to understand like seeing a young black man, a black man in general, in positions of leadership. You know what I mean? This is what this can do to a young man's mind or young kid's mind is amazing. And this isn't just for black kids. Like if we look at some of the racial animus we deal with in our society, sometimes it's based on being unfamiliar with one another.
Absolutely.
So you being in a position where you can talk to these kids, where you can articulate to them and they see the human side of you, this can change society, bro. So what you're doing is important. Now, how do you approach